Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. It's Friday. I've got that Friday feeling. The sun is out and I'm basking in the sun. It's on my back here. It's lovely and warm. It is 4:44 p.m. That is the time. I've got a selection of cards here. Okay. We've got postcards from Spirit, which I feel drawn to read to you first of all. I'm taken to this date here, the 20th of JN. Would that be June or January? And then I can see 40 in London. Just this stamp here, look. You know, like a letter that's been written to you, but it's got to be delivered at a certain time. So someone in the past has wrote you a letter and they said, okay, deliver it on the 22nd of March 2024 at 4:44 p.m. That kind of energy, you know? But it may have been, you know, written in 1823. Maybe it was written in 1940 with that stamp there. Okay, the 20th of January it was written. Hi, Aram. Hi, how are you? Why? Well, why? Why? Why are you asking how I am? I don't know why that's coming through. I was asking you the same thing. So, hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? I do feel this may be a mirroring energy that's occurring. Anyway, we've got two messages from the divine. And look, the one's upright and the other one's in reverse. So I feel like this is a letter that's been written to you to be delivered right now from a past time, a time in the past. Cynthia, good afternoon. Afternoon, you pulled us out of that time tunnel. Time to go like the rabbit was lost in a reading article titled How to Teach Line and Pattern, Elements and Principles of Designs. I feel like, well, it all has meaning. Like my mind's trying to think of not a comparison, a story, you know, to go with what you've just mentioned now. I'm extremely chilled out. It's Friday. I've got that Friday feeling, and I thought I'm just going to come on and we'll just go with the flow and see where this message takes us. Anyway. Yes, I almost mentioned when the 10 of Batons came out last night, it was a pretty mirrored image. Okay. Hey, Christine. Hello, beautiful. Hello, darling. How are you today? How are you today? Cynthia. For kindergarteners, of course. Fun times, not serious times. Bald-tailed bunny ears already, furry and blue. Furry and blue. Anyway, let's read these messages. My creative project at the moment is a paper mache Easter egg that I'm making. Well, I'm attempting to be creative with it. So it's one of those things where I've done the paper mache around the balloon. That's done. The areas where, you know, it felt a little bit, the structure wasn't as firm as other areas, I've built that up. And I've painted, I just got an emulsion paint. Ivory Lace, I think the name is of it. So I've just got like, you know, some household wall paint, emulsion. And I've painted half of the egg. And I thought if I just have like this cream base, and then I'm going to attempt to do some patterns around it, Easter egg. and pop it into my shop window where I work. So for a couple of days now, even like 1 o'clock this morning, my mind's just racing through. Okay, so this comes in, Cynthia, with patterns and things like this. Okay, I'll catch up with your comments soon. But I know where I'm going with this now. Okay. So I've got to dress the window for Easter, but we've just done St. Patrick's Day, so green theme. And it's okay, but by Monday I really want the window changed. There's a spider walking across the carpet. Oh, okay, interesting. And Jasper's just crossed paths with the spider. It's quite heavy-footed, to be honest with you. But I've been kind of having a look at the clothing that I've got to do this spring Easter theme. And we have 2 windows as well to dress. So I was standing there and thinking last night, you know, what colours am I going to do this window? Because I need to know what colour to paint my egg. If we're going with blue, first of all I thought we'd go with pastels. But I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. Because I saw a particular t-shirt that we have, or a polo t-shirt, in a blue and a white. So interesting. That come through in a vision as I'm drifting off to sleep. So that's my creative. It's okay, I've got till Monday to kind of, you know, get the egg done. Oh my goodness, Belle's just walked up and oh, I thought she had eaten the spider, but she didn't. Oh. Hey. So she's like scratching her claws. I've just found a big clump of her hair as well. Because I've just gone up to her and said, is this your hair? This looks like quite a lot of hair. As if like maybe someone's been having a fight. Anyway. The spider's still, well, he's crawling around the carpet and it's just coming onto the rug now. Okay, on the rug. And we're off. Okay, rightio. I've missed quite a bit of chat here, haven't I? I'm good feeling, a little on the edge, but I'm healing. And why did I think Aram was flipping Laurie? I saw the pic and went with it. Have you said hello to Laurie then? Okay. Dun dun, here comes the Spider-Man. Yes, Spider-Man. Okay, that would have been too spot on. Right, I think we're done. Are we done? We're done. Let's have a look at these 2 messages, guys. So I'll read this one first. It says, you are magical. I'm just seeing if I can see anything with the dates on here. This one you can't really see. I felt that was like a mountain. And it was highlighting, it's like a globe. Let's read the message. Let me put my glasses on. Okay, dear you, what is true for you? Can you be impeccable with your word? Sure you can. As long as it's not used to manipulate others, the truth can set everyone free. Let go of the results, let go of your fears, and allow the truth to empower you and others. This will set into motion a kind of change that will be supportive of you and loving and all kinds of prosperous. This is not a time to compromise and hide your truth from others. Whatever it is you want, go for it and be clear in your motives, especially with yourself. You'll be so happy you did. This is a time where you would tap into the power to co-create and manifest your best life. Doesn't that feel amazing? And the results? Miraculous. When you tell the truth and ask the same of others, you can learn a lot from life's bountiful lessons and achieve your dreams. Love you always. What have you got in your mouth there, pussycat? She keeps going up to the flowers and like eating the stems of the flowers. Don't eat that. Come here. She's gone running out the room. You know, like, well, for her size, it would look like she's holding like a rose in her mouth. She's holding the stem. Mind the thorns. But she's got this long, oh no, don't eat that. Okay, I think I might need to, let me have a look. Whereabouts is it? Come back, come back. You haven't eaten it, have you? Uh-oh. I'm going to be in trouble now. Your mummy keeps telling you to stop doing that. She takes the buds off of the, the flowers. Okay. Uh-oh, but she's eaten it. She's eaten this. Hi, Op Gaming. How are you to do? How are you to do? It's like I don't have control over the words, so we're just going with this, okay? That card was very much about telling the truth. This is not a time to compromise and hide your truth from others. Whatever it is you want, go for it and be clear in your motives, especially with yourself. Okay. All right. Should we have a look at this other card? Okay, the wind is pushing around. Our £1,400 vehicle, she's strong, holy cow, must have been in training. LOL. Be fearless. Let's see if we can see anything with these cards. With love. No, not to call them that. That wasn't the word. What's that look like? Looks like a little cottage. The side of a little cottage. I don't know why. Like a fairy tale cottage. I don't know, like just I've just do you know what I've just done? I've just kind of like kissed the card. Oh, I've got the giggles. Lucy, read the message. Yeah, okay. Be fearless. Dearest Ju, sometimes it's wonderful to give, but there are times you might find yourself over-giving. Now might be a good time to check in and see where you might be cutting off the flow of abundance. Let others give to you, even if you are more comfortable being generous and being the giver, the healer, the rescuer. In the art of living, we sometimes overlook an important skill, receiving gracefully and with gratitude, without diminishing yourself or trying to deny vulnerability or bringing an agenda of equality to it. Receiving is hard for some people, maybe you. You do not need a this for that in your exchange with others. You are doing good in the world. Let the world give back and support you. Then you can give up the old stories that have you convinced you have to do everything alone with no help. Let your well be filled. We all love you so, so much. Okay. Ooh. I think the word was dicks, not weirdos, that I used. You know what dicks we're going to attract this afternoon? With a dick here and a dick there. Here a dick, there a dick, everywhere a dick. Ollie MacDonald has a farm. E-I-E-I-O. That's where the cow comes in. Behave and you can stay. Okay, look, 2 messages now. I'm not like kind of feeling the flow where I'm, you know, I'm putting it all together, and so let's look at some pictures. And a moo moo here and a moo moo there. And a quack quack here and a quack quack there. And a neigh neigh here and a neigh neigh there. Here a neigh, there a neigh, everywhere a neigh neigh. Ollie MacDonald had a farm. I feel like I want to be sitting with the banjo. E-I-E-I-O. Oh, I forgot about the oink. Well, maybe the piggies aren't there on this farm. Let's have a look at the oh, that's so cute, Cynthia. That's the last song that you and Jason sang together. I love you, channeling unknowingly. Yeah. Okay, right, let's oh, they're fast. The cards are fast. Oh, look. The King of Cups, he sits there. Oink, 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 oink. Hello. No piggy. Look, he looks like a little piggy. Lucy. Yeah, I know. Some are sensitive. I had a gentleman yesterday come into the store, and I'm talking a proper gentleman. He hangs out in London quite a lot, and he was telling me about all the gentleman clubs and how much gentleman clothing costs in London in comparison to like our prices. So he was purchasing quite a lot. And I got chatting to him, but he wanted a couple of dress shirts so he could wear like a dicky bow tie with them. And he said to me, do you do size FB? And I looked at him and I said, FB? And he went, don't you know what FB is? And I was like, no. And he was like, fat bastard. And I said, oh, no. I said, I would never really use that terminology. I say cuddly chap. I'd use that one. I said, I quite like a cuddly chap. So he went to me, there's still hope for me yet then. I said, indeed. You know, if I have a choice, I'd rather go for a cuddly one. And I do have a choice. But that's interesting. I said, that's so interesting. And even though, you know, we've been touching on lines of like gentlemen and ladies. So I was speaking to him about, well, he was speaking to me about an exchange that he'd had recently when he met up with a lot of gentlemen that he hadn't seen, you know, for quite a while. And they all, you know, said to each other, wow, look at you, you fat bastard. You know, you've aged. Look how old you've got. I said, is that how you guys like talk to each other? I said, oh, that's interesting. Yeah. And because I work in a gentleman's store, I hear it all the time. And I do tend to correct them. Cuddly. Cuddly seems to be the best word. Oh, some cringe at being thought of as being cuddly and adorable, just as they are. Anyway, hello, Mr. King of Cups, King of Love. What's going on with the doggy? Why does the doggy look like he's got fangs? Oh, it isn't. It's it's Cynthia's like circle for her face, but how it is Cynthia, it looks like the dog's got fangs. I noticed he had one foot behind the ground ripping apart from under him, and the other foot. One food or one foot? We've got food on the mind. It's like you can't self-destruct, can you, if one finds you cute and cuddly? It's like going on a diet and losing all that weight. You know, for some, it's like a nightmare. It's the worst thing that you could do. Anyway. Yeah. So I noticed he has one foot behind the ground ripping apart from under him, and the other foot's already on the other side. Oh, yes. I haven't noticed that. I've just noticed the fish jumping out of the water, though. And I think that musical instrument next to him, is that a musical instrument? Or is that the leg of his chair? Hold on, let's have a look. No, it's a musical instrument. I believe that's called a lyre. Oh, look, he's got one of those, you know when you see people that wear these bracelets for health reasons? Yeah, one of those. Is the doggy okay? He's vesting. Okay. Okay, well, if this man's well fed, so's the dog. You know, after you've eaten quite a lot, you feel a bit drowsy, don't you? You know, I feel like I said, I feel so chilled. It's just want to sit down and listen. Have another packet of crisps. I got myself all these goodies last night. I went to the shop, got myself some goodies, and I haven't eaten any of them as of yet. There's always tonight. But, yeah. Anyway. Well, should we just work off of this card and have some fun? Oh my God, we're searching for food now. So, food for thought? Oh, is that... I think that this masculine could be searching for food for thought. Tell me what you think and let me just, you know, think about that. Oh my God. Just randomly, what's coming through is, would you like to kiss my lips? Let's have a drink. Oh, like some coffee. Whew, from our love bug mug. Look, I'm going to cheers. Cheers. Mr. Lover. Oh, Mr. Lover, lover. They call him Mr. Bombastic. Let's get these cards. Right. Let's go to the channel of love cards, my own creation. Very simple to do. But very interesting. Let's use some of my own creations then. Is the camera zoomed in? Yes. Okay. Hello, sparkling wine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, baby, say you love me 5, 6, 7 times. 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm just gonna keep on counting until you are mine. Hello, Orlando. Hello, my favourite destination to visit. well, also Austria, but I've been to Orlando a few times. So, tradition. I'm just going to keep pulling these cards. We'll make some sense out of it. And make a wish. Well, karma is justice. Okay. Tradition is a Hierophant. And making a wish is a star energy. Cynthia, well, I took up 2 spots like I was driving a Tonka truck. Anybody else embarrassed? Me neither. You'll be on your local spotted site. With a dick here and a dick there. What dick parks like this? Sorry, you know I'm just like messing. It all comes in though. I mean, seriously. Hey Leora, how are you doing? Oh, we're not that kind of channel, Sparkling Wine 1, 2, 3. I'm doing a collective reading. So I'm going to go to the Greek mythology reading cards here. And we shall all put it together in the church parking lot, Lucy. Yeah, laughing by myself. These parents need some joy too. I know. Oh, dear. Hello there, Saurav, if that's how I pronounce that. My day is fantastic. How's your day? Grateful. That's a nice energy, isn't it? Grateful. I am going to pull this card from the Greek mythology, and we have challenges. Now, karma, we all know what, well, we know that karma is a bitch, okay? But only a few are. And we all have karma to clear. And it's about staying on the right side of that, okay? The right side of karma. So just being a truthful, honest, loving person. Tradition, marriage. I feel like there's this justice system here. So balancing out the scales. But it's masculine, no matter what's going on. He may have self-sabotage wants to come through, but I don't feel it's worked. Make a wish when you're someone's, you know, wish come true. But we have these challenges. The Hydra challenges. Hi Ellis, I love your voice. That's good to hear. Your emotional healing. Cynthia, I also always forgot my sunglasses on the drives. I get a bit teary-eyed. Looks blazed out of her mind. Haha, I'm not just, yeah, emotional healing. Okay. Let's read this card. The Hydra. You feel like crying? Leah, go ahead and cry, darling, if that's what you feel like doing. Their fire is sending all these beautiful hugs for you. The Hydra was a many-headed water serpent that lived in the swamp of Lerna. It terrorized the local community, but Hera nurtured the beast so she could use it to thwart her stepson Hercules, whom she hated. Hercules had to undertake 12 impossible tasks or labours, and one of them involved killing the Hydra. Hence this card implies that the gods may have prepared a challenge for you to undertake. He began by striking each head of the Hydra with his mighty club, but as he knocked one off, 2 more heads grew in its place, causing him a bigger problem than he had before. Thus the Hydra represents an issue which seems to grow as you deal with it. You solve one problem and 2 more appear. The Hydra was eventually killed as Hercules cauterized each stump before new heads could grow. So tackle any challenges you have with a thoughtful, new in-depth approach, and you will eventually overcome any complications or difficulties. Now, feel the energy. Has this masculine done that? I know what I need to do, and where I need to be. I have the power to make this happen. I don't look what's happened to the writing here. I was taken to this character here. I know what I need to do and where I need to be. I have the power to make it happen. But it's like the hand shaking at the end. I need to make it happen. And then we have, I've been stabbed in the back so many times I don't want to be here. But like there was 2 cards. But having to deal with these challenges. It's like just as you kind of solve one problem, 2 more appear. Okay, I'll take that card. I'm happiest when I think of you. I can't hide the smirk on my face. So I did feel this energy of no matter what's happening behind, he seems to be in this energy of love. Now this card's on its side. And it says, after long deliberation, I've made a decision, a good one. So I feel like maybe there's just a decision that needs to be made now. Everything's still on its side a bit though. It's okay. Let's go to the angels and ancestors, see what they want to say. Okay, I've got my mind set on you, but it's gonna take a money, a whole lot of spending money. It's gonna take plenty of money to do it right, child. It's gonna take time, a whole lot of precious time. It's gonna take patience and time to do it, 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 to do it right. Okay, so I was taken to that because I have How to Raise Your Own Salary, Napoleon Hill. So can somebody please give me a page number? Let's give you a, you can go from page number 7, seems to start on a 7, doesn't it? All the way up to 303, 39, we can go to 39, fire, okay. 300, I can go there, soon. So I think I've read all of this book. You can go to my playlist and there's one, How to Raise Your Own Salary, Napoleon Hill. I believe I've read all of this book and it has helped. It's had some good comments on there. Anyway, what page was we going to? 39. So we're starting with Andrew Carnegie. So I would say Carnegie, and it means Carnegie speaking, or it'll be Hill for Napoleon Hill, and it'll be Hill speaking. But we start with Carnegie. So Andrew Carnegie is speaking. In most cases of this sort, it calls for a reselling job. Okay, it calls for a reselling job on the husband's part, with the object of inducing the wife to begin all over again under a plan that will ensure close cooperation between them. There are but few marriages which do not need a new and improved plan of relationship at frequent intervals to ensure the fullest measure of benefits to both parties, to the marriage and to their children, where there are children. Hill. What is the plan for improving and maintaining relationships you speak of, Mr. Carnegie? Can you give me some specific instructions? This is interesting. Cheers. Cheers. Hey, baby. The pussycat's just come into the room. Okay. You know, she's scratching on the side of the sofa, and I'm not even joking you, within hand's reach is a scratching post. Does she use a scratching post? Of course she doesn't. It's like, I like the sofa better. Okay. So, Hill. What is the plan for improving and maintaining relationships you speak of, Mr. Carnegie? Can you give me some specific instructions? Carnegie. The time would be well spent if married people set aside a regular hour for a confidential mastermind meeting at least once every week, during which they would come to an understanding concerning every vital factor of their relationship, both in and outside of the home associations. Continuous contacts between a man and his wife is an essential for harmony and cooperative effort. Hill. I take it, Mr. Carnegie, that you definitely do not approve of either party to a marriage taking things for granted. Is that correct? Carnegie. It is. The mastermind principle cannot be successfully applied in marriage without a deliberate, carefully planned program. An occasional discussion of the mutual affairs of marriage is not enough. There must be an established period set aside for the mastermind meetings, and this program should be respected and carried out with the same courtesy, the same definiteness of purpose, and the same formality that is observed by businessmen who use the mastermind principle for the management of their affairs. Fortunate indeed will be the couples who heed this counsel and make the fullest possible use of it, for they are sure to discover in it an approach to perfection in marriage which can never be attained through mere physical attraction or sex emotion. Hill. In your last statement, Mr. Carnegie, you mentioned sex emotion. Because of the lack of education on the subject of sex, I realise its discussion calls for delicate discrimination. However, it is a subject of such major importance that it cannot be ignored. I recall that you placed the emotion of sex as the second of the 9 basic motives which spur men on to voluntary action. Undoubtedly, you, who understands men so well, have some words of wisdom for us on this subject, sir. Will you please discuss the subject as you see fit? Carnegie. The emotion of sex is nature's own source of inspiration, through which she gives both men and women the impelling desire to create, build, lead, and direct. Every great artist, every great musician, and every great dramatist gives expression to the emotion of sex, transmuted into human endeavour. It is also true that men of vision, initiative, and enthusiasm who lead and excel in industry and business owe their superiority to transmuted sex emotion. Hill. It is obvious that the emotion of sex is the major source of attraction which brings men and women together in marriage. For this reason, it is well for us to inquire into the relationship between the emotion of sex and the mastermind principle. What have you to say on this question, Mr. Carnegie? Carnegie. The well-informed man will not be slow to recognise the possibilities available to him by combining the emotion of sex with whatever plan he adopts for the object of his mastermind alliance with his wife. The same suggestion offers stupendous benefits to the married woman who is interested both in aiding her husband in his occupation and in holding his interest in herself. Let it be remembered, however, that the relationship of sex to be an enduring benefit as a medium of inspiration must be kept on a high pedestal of romance. Hill. Why do you stress the importance of romance, Mr. Carnegie? Carnegie. Because wherever evidence of greatness in men is found, no matter in what age or calling, there one may also find evidence of the spirit of romance. The acorn yields an oak tree only in response to the stimulus of the sun's rays. The bird breaks the shell and takes to wing only in response to warmth outside itself. And the seed of achievement that reposes in the brain of every man responds most quickly to the warmth of a woman's love and affection. Ignore the call of romance when it appeals to you from within, and you thereby hide your talents in the darkness of obscurity. On the contrary, listen for the call of this messenger of infinite intelligence. Treat it with civility and understanding when it arrives, and it will hand you the key to the temple of wisdom whose doors are locked within your heart and brain. All that is great and good in man and woman comes to be there only through God's gift of love. Keep the fire of romance burning. Let it become an important part of the mastermind ceremony, and your marital relationship will yield priceless returns in both material and spiritual measures. Did you enjoy that? Saurav. That was really good, wasn't it? What I just what I just read about. I hope you find that really interesting. Hello, Fire. I think have I not said hello to you already? You're a little bit chatty, Saurav. It's not really how we flow, so I imagine that Leora's just listening to what I'm channeling through. And you can't really listen if you're too busy chatting. So that's where I imagine Leora's gone to. Jeez. What was that I just done then? I'm not going to change the flow of my channel to accommodate for, you know, new people that come in and is chatting and then questioning, you know, my subscribers and my regulars when it's not really how we operate. So we just go quiet. I believe my name, you'd know my name if you've been here for a lot longer. And I believe my name's already been mentioned in the chat. So I'm going to get back on with my reading. But if you want to carry on just chatting away, I'll put you on a little timeout maybe, so maybe you can listen. I know you're new. But you're new and very confident and chatty. It's, you know, how about you just sit back, relax, listen, get a feel for the channel, and rather than, you know, trying to dominate the flow of things. Okay? And then I'll see you next time. And, you know, you'll get into the flow of it, how we operate here. Okay, number 300. I saw that number. Whoa, that was Aram. Aram, darling, I see your number 300. I will read that page soon. Let's just carry on. Oh, well, how do I say this, Fire? More for you for being distracted away from my purpose for being here, which is delivering channeled messages. Channeled massages. Okay? I don't have to answer your queries. It's not that type of channel. And then I'll be tapping into your energy and doing what I'm doing now, which is diverting me away from the reading. I'm not here to chat to you guys. I'm here to deliver a message. I chat with you because we gain a friendship on here. It's a community. Hi Melanie, how are you today? Go find another platform to continue your conversation on, because it's not what this channel is all about. So put user in a timeout. Let's do that one. How long? 10 minutes. Here we go. Look, for 600 seconds, it says here. You've been put on a timeout for 600 seconds. Okay, naughty. Mildly rude or indecent, typically because related to sex. So we've just been talking about that. And I loved how Napoleon approached it. And asked Andrew Carnegie how to explain that. So prudent, acting with or showing care and thoughts for the future. Questionable, doubtful as regards to truth or validity. Hurt, a cause of injury or damage. Apprehensive, relating to perception or understanding. Caring, displaying kindness and concern for others. Dark, with little or no light. Excuse me, I just had like this burp that came up there. And that's very much what them energies are. It's the light and the dark. Okay, I'm going to go to the angels and ancestors, and then we're going to get this reading wrapped up. Okay. That's nice. The energy is a lot nicer now. It's a lot quieter. Jeez, I couldn't even hear myself think through all that chatting. The High Priest. Intend and create. There is another card underneath this. Recognize that you have the power to change your life. Face your fear and align with the light. In many traditions, the High Priest is the physical embodiment of the Divine Masculine. He acts as a bridge between worlds and is able not only to divine the future, but to help create it too. He may be a leader in his spiritual tradition, or in pagan traditions, be second to the High Priestess, but he is always spiritually connected and disciplined with great respect for his creator and his particular practice. In a reading, this card can represent a spiritual figure, leader or teacher in your life, or an aspect of your path that has led you to where you are today. You are a bridge between heaven and earth, and it's important for you to know that you are more powerful and connected than you may think. Everything you are giving attention and energy to at this time is creating your way forward. There have been some setbacks, but accept these as experiences that have led you to a deeper understanding of yourself and your spirit. Know that you are being guided by ancestors to direct your thoughts and energies towards what you want to grow, heal, and expand, and then watch it happen right before your eyes. And the next card, Stag. Trust and thrive. Come alive and thrive. Stand in your light and glory with grace and majesty. The Stag card brings graceful and powerful medicine into your life. In the Celtic traditions, the stag with his crown of antlers is known as the king of the forest and is a totem that brings protection in challenging times. Well, let's not forget about the story now. In Native American traditions, he is greatly loved, for stags and deer have provided food. Sorry. He provides the food. So in Native American traditions, he is greatly loved, for stags and deer have provided food for the people and materials that have allowed them to create medicine items such as drums, rattles, and smudge fans. Although the stag has been hunted in the past, and still is, he has strength, dignity, and poise. When this card arises, it can also represent fertility and sexuality. Maybe an opportunity to explore your sexual side, with your spiritual integrity supporting you on that journey. You have an opportunity to thrive, trust in all that you have to offer, all your gifts, strength and power, and make the most of it. You are born to lead, and this can only become reality when you are willing to put yourself in that position. Stag energy allows you to feel safe because the antlers keep away anything that could interfere with your intelligence and presence, and their strength gives you the power to be agile in your thinking. You are being encouraged to retain your dignity and be proud of who you are and all that you've accomplished. This in turn will give you even more power to thrive onwards and upwards. Peace and love, Kay Sullivan. Peace and love to you. That was a good message. Okay, so let's finish off with a Rumi message. Oh, I've got to go to page 300, sorry. Let's go there first. I nearly forgot, but I didn't forget. Okay. Now, do I start? I feel because we start here, I would like to actually just maybe start the beginning of that paragraph on the other page. Okay, it's just one line, but it's in italics, so let's we'll start from there. 299, but the last page. He well knew that material riches accumulated by a strict application of these 17 principles. Hey Ski, how are you doing today? By the application of these 17 principles could have no other effect that of enriching the nation as a whole, as well as enriching the individuals who accumulated the riches. Okay. Thus, it is clear that Mr. Carnegie understood the benefits of sharing, for he obviously recognised the truth that men are only the temporary custodians of material riches, that riches are a blessing when they are so regarded, and so used that they provide opportunities for all men to participate in their use. God moves in a mysterious way, his wonders to perform. Who among us is so blind as not to see that there is something more profound than the mere desire for personal riches, which has made our country the richest and the freest nation of the world? And who would be so unwise or so blind as to deny that such men as Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, and Thomas A. Edison have made this a better country than it could have become without their efforts? These men, who have added billions of dollars to our wealth and provide an outlet for the talents of tens of millions of men and women. And who is wise enough to say that the personal initiative of such men is not a part of the overall plan of an all-wise providence? The deeper thinker will be more apt to say that what we need is more men of this type, not fewer, that our great system of free enterprise, which provides opportunities for all men seeking an outlet for their talents, is a blessing of major proportions, not a curse. And the truly wise individual will embrace our system of free enterprise, help to improve it when he can, and relate himself to it harmoniously so it may carry him to the attainment of his personal ambitions. It was in this spirit that Henry Ford related himself to our system of free enterprise, and while he began without money, with very little schooling, and chose a field of endeavour in which he had to become a pioneer, with the trial and error method as his only guide, he attained results which astounded the entire industrial world. We know that he struggled tirelessly to perfect the automobile that was designed to make him the directing head of a great industrial empire, working late hours and using all of the talents he possessed. We know that out of his persistent use of his personal initiative came an industry which provides employment, directly or indirectly, for many millions of men and women whose combined wages amount to many millions of dollars each working day. All of these facts we know, but what we do not know is the nature of the motive, the real hidden motive which inspired Mr. Ford to carry on. We may say it was the profit motive, but there are many facts connected with his career which indicate that we should have to go deeper than the profit motive for the real answer. Of one thing we may be sure: the American form of government and the American system of free enterprise provided aid and encouragement to Mr. Ford and gave him the hope and faith necessary to enable him to carry on through many years of struggle. We know also that out of that struggle came a great network of industrial plants, improved highways that cover the entire nation, gasoline filling stations, automobile garages and repair shops, automobile accessory stores, and other business enterprises which provide employment for millions of people. Perhaps Mr. Ford did not have all of these astounding results in mind while he was labouring to perfect his automobile, but whatever his motive may have been, the results were the same. Surely no one in his right mind would believe that Mr. Ford could have accomplished such stupendous results if in the beginning his personal initiative had been subdued, discouraged, or limited in any manner. On the other hand, it is obvious that he succeeded because he made intelligent application of the 17 principles of this philosophy, through which he related himself harmoniously to the great American system of free enterprise. If we combine the results attained by Henry Ford with those attained by the other great industrial leaders of the past several decades, we shall have what is known as the American way of life. There are many facts connected with the American system of free enterprise which require no great amount of analysis in order that we may recognize their benefits. The first of these is the fact that our industrial system provides the greatest source of inspiration for the use of personal initiative. In this respect, it is the same today as it was when Henry Ford, Andrew Carnegie, and Thomas A. Edison began their careers. The entire system is one that encourages men to do their best and appropriately reward those who, by their superior skill, imagination, and personal initiative, render greater service, basing the reward on the quality and the quantity of the service rendered, plus the mental attitude in which it is rendered. Our system of free enterprise gives employment to most of the skilled labour and a large portion of the unskilled labour at wages not equalled in any other country or during any other period in the history of industry. This same system provides working conditions which are without parallel anywhere else or at any other time in the history of the world. It supplies the income that supports the major portion of all professional services, such as that rendered by lawyers, doctors, dentists, architects, and clergymen. It provides the money which pays for most of the surplus products of agriculture. Therefore, it is no exaggeration to say that it supports the farmers and pays the interest on the farm mortgages and provides a market for all farm products. It pays directly and indirectly most of the taxes which are necessary for the maintenance of both our state and federal governments. It is a partner of government, and as such it deserves the protection of the government which was provided by the Constitution. It provides the machinery and the equipment and the working capital with which the inventor, such as Thomas A. Edison, may take the products of his ingenuity to the people of the world at a profit. It has been responsible for the building of every improved highway and every automobile that travels over these highways, not to mention the stupendous increases in the value of the lands through which the highways have passed. It provides a ready market for the talents of every person who has a commercially sound idea to market in any field of useful endeavour. It builds every battleship, every commercial boat used in American shipping, and supplies all needed war materials used in the defence of our nation, which is to say that it is the strong arm of Uncle Sam's fighting forces on both land and sea, as well as in the air. The American system of free enterprise and the American system of government are twin brothers in fact, for they are inseparable parts of that which we call the American way of life. The American Constitution was written so as to give the fullest possible measure of protection to our industrial system, and that system has been developed through close coordination with our government. Therefore, any weakening of one weakens proportionately the other. If the American system of free enterprise were destroyed, our American form of government would go with it. And we end the book with this quote. I hope you got all that. Okay, I'm sure it made sense to someone that it needs to make sense to. Anyway, the quote at the end: the man who says it can't be done is usually busy trying to keep out of the way of the man who is doing it. Ah, interesting. The man who says it can't be done is usually busy trying to keep out of the way of the man who is doing it. Okay. I am going to finish with a Rumi message. We've been off quite a while. 69 minutes and 9 seconds. Okay. So I've just read the end of How to Raise Your Own Salary by Napoleon Hill. Now I'm going to finish with... Aram, did that make sense for you? You asked for that, you requested that number, knowing that it would be, like, towards the end of the book. I'm going to go to, like, the Rumi book now. The Rumi book. Oh, Okay, we have Sacred Phoenix Heart. I feel like I want to put that there so this chappie can have a look at this. Let's dance, put on those red shoes and dance the blue. Okay. My belly's a bit rumbling. Okay. Card number 21. Under the cover of blood, love veils many rose gardens. So I picked up that energy with the rose, with the kitten, when baby Belle was like, had the stem of a flower that she's taken out of a vase. Okay, so under the cover of blood, love veils many rose gardens. In total faith, love tenderly guides every lover to the garden of the heart. Reason says, the world is limited in 6 directions. There is no way out. Love says there is a way, and I have travelled it many times. How I adore your defiant, rebellious heart. It knows that what for the mind is an end is for the heart simply another match to ignite the sacred flames. It eats of love until it is filled. Got the king of love there, look. It eats of love until it is filled and then becomes hungry again and eats some more. I was wondering why my belly was grumbling little bit rumbling. I mean, we've just like had something to eat not long ago. It eats of love until it is filled and then becomes hungry again and eats some more, and again and again. It eats of love until it is so full it must simply explode into a sacred fire of passion. It bursts, incapable of sustaining old consciousness in the expanse of blessings unlimited, lavished upon it through the great beloved's affection. It would be like attempting to fit an ocean in a teacup. So it does not. It bursts forth like a dying star, and all the time that star energy has been there. It bursts forth like a dying star into spectacular radiance, only to be reborn again, new and hungry for the next feeding frenzy in love's great banquet. How I adore your defiant, spectacular heart. Love guides us through travails that seem improbable, if not impossible. It does not shy away from any challenge, from any cause. It cannot. It is just love's way. Love says to us, there is always another way. You are receiving this guidance now. Perhaps you are scratching your head quizzically or are in deepest despair because you appear to have met a dead end, a frowning no, or a dismissive laugh upon your quest to bring love alive. So then, do you choose to believe in love let me repeat this. So then, do you choose to believe in love or in the death of sorts your heart faces? Your heart shall rally. I choose death because that is the portal to new life. And so it is wise, you see, but you must be brave. To be burned in love, by love, for love, will involve endurance of pain, but it will also place it in context. It is the shorter pain that is not compounded by erroneous thinking. That pain comes and goes quite quickly when you realise that love is simply playfully smacking your wrist and saying, not that way, beloved. There are great pitfalls on that path. Come, take this one, where there shall be wine and dancing. So you are guided to accept the closed doors, the death, the pain, and to let it become tinder for your I was going to say, and tinder for your garden, but tinder for your fire. Cry whatever tears need to be cried, so your tinder can be dry and ready to create the sparks your heart needs. That sacred phoenix, ready to die into life within you, is hungry for the fire. Let it feast so it can fulfill its potential, its divine destiny, and become begorn and become begorn. And become born again into new form, more divinely aligned and alive than ever before. This oracle comes with a message for you. You may feel as though you have been wandering in a desert for many years with no oasis in sight. You might have been through darkness, through trials, endured confusion and uncertainty as you sought for your truth, sought divine revelation, and sought your purpose to confirm your plans. Seek no more. The answers are now given, or very soon will be, and the life, the passion, the purpose, it will all come to you in clarity. Does life need to be grasped for? It is bestowed according to grace and destiny. It need not be sought so much as received. The spiritual destiny that calls your soul, even whilst you may feel your bodily ears are deaf to the call, makes your heart leap. It is as though hearing the beloved's voice and stirring an ancient memory of love so powerful moves you, even without you necessarily understanding how or why. So let the life come to you. Be prepared to let the old version of your life pass away into the new life now being born. What does this mean? It means letting go of your striving, your opinions, your doubts, your despair, and your fears. Life wants to happen through you, blazing angel. You don't have to do much other than get out of your own way. Love is your nature. Let it flourish, and life shall unfold accordingly. This oracle brings a particular message regarding divine timing, that oh so significant factor in our dreams coming to life. Your time is fast approaching. It may even be now. It may seem least likely to you. There may be great darkness or confusion, and yet the unveiling of the new dawn is closest to the deepest, darkest of the night. Do not turn back or away from your progress. Your very next steps shall be upon hallowed ground, rendered golden by the rays of the rising sun. Thank you guys for joining me today. I will catch up with you all soon. So until then, best up, take care, stay cool, stay chilled. Okay. Much love. Bye for now.